What's up? What's up? What's up? We are back with another episode of Culture Minute. I mean, we got the topics for y'all today. Let me tell you, I am Gentel Sharrie.
I'm Sarina Renee, the one-stop shop.
It's your boy, King Jaquel Martin, actor, director. We lit.
Well, someone isn't that lit right now, which is Krishan Rock. We haven't heard too much about her in the news. We haven't really heard too much about Blueface. We just know Blueface is locked up. Well, Krishan went to Blueface's court appearance and she ended up getting arrested because she has a warrant that is active. What I don't understand is I know she rides for Blueface, even though I don't understand why she still rides for Blueface. Why would you go to court when you have an active warrant and you just had a baby? Now you're getting arrested and the baby is going to have both parents in jail at the same time? I mean, make it make sense. Like we gotta think a little bit. Like if the roles were reversed, would Blueface have showed up to court for you? That's all I can say.
No, and then Blueface wouldn't even want her to show up to court for him. That's the thing. I mean, if it was vice versa.
Right.
I mean, so I just feel like, Krishan, I rocked with you. I saw you at the BET Awards when you were pregnant. I spoke to you, kind of tried to speak life into you. And I just wish you can get it, man. And you're not going to be able to move on from this toxic relationship until you're ready. People can tell you over and over again that, the signs are there. He's not the person for you. When he get out, he's going to go back to Jada, all that. But it's going to be up to you to realize that this dude is not for you at all. How he going to get mad at you when he locked up, but you're out doing your thing as a woman? Make it make sense. Why are you paying his bills with your checks that you making? Make it make sense. Why is he asking for your Zeus Network money? Make it make sense. I rock with you, but it's a lot of decisions that you've made, which we all made dumb decisions when we were young. That's why I rock with you, because I did some dumb stuff too. When you're in love with somebody, you do dumb stuff. And I always tell people, men and women, you only get one time to be dumb for a person. After that, then, whatever. But I just wish whatever mentors are in your life that you'll just start taking heed. You have a child now. It's time to really buckle down and, be an example for your child. I know you say you love Jesus, you love Christ. Let your actions speak louder than your words. This is not a dig. I'm simply coming at you like a big sister. Like, I really rock with you, dog. I remember when I saw you at the BET Awards, you were looking at your phone, Instagram. Your security guard was right next to you. And I saw you looking at the fact that Blueface and Jada was together, and I saw tears in your eyes. And I came up to you and I said something to you. And I said, don't even worry about them. I said, you're at the BET Awards about to perform. You are not them. You're the star of this whole thing. And I just want you to realize, like, you have so many gifts. You're anointed in your own right. And I just want you to realize, like, the devil has a hold on you with this situation, and you really need some prayer warriors around you. I know you're spiritual. You need some prayer warriors around you that will help you and guide you from this situation, because it is not good for you. Every time you turn around, you're either crying, you're hurt, you're on social media distressed, and I just feel like just allow people to love on you, guide you in the right direction, and let's move past this. And hopefully this will, just bring light to the situation that we all see, to make you realize. I don't know when you're going to realize. I can't put that on you. But I hope this make you realize that this nigga is not for you at all, dog. That's just all I got to say. I'm sorry. Can't say the N word, but that N word. We're gonna bleep that out, but go ahead.
I ain't gonna tell you the who to love because that's not my business. But what I will say is you got to love yourself more than you love him. If you love yourself the same way you love him, then there's no way that you can go to court knowing that you have a warrant, which puts you in a bad situation for somebody else. You got to have enough love for yourself not to put yourself in those situations. And if you want to give your love away, then give your love away to your baby. Because now your baby is in lack because both of y'all are locked up. And then you have to look at the repercussions of how it's going to affect, even though the baby's young, you know what I mean? The different type of triggers, the different type of stress with you crying. We all have different things from our childhood that affects us today as adults. And we all want to make sure that we are able to give our child a better life than we had. Well, in order to do that, we got to start loving on ourselves better. We got to be a better example of love. We got to be a better example of forgiveness. So that way our children know what it looks like because we presented that in front of them. And the greatest gift that you can give to your baby is showing your baby how to love yourself. Showing your baby that it's okay to make a mistake, but it's also okay to walk away from things that don't serve you. And only you can be the judge of what serves you and what doesn't serve you. But if you keep falling into the same situations, there's this thing called insanity. And insanity is saying doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change. Are you actually expecting a change when you're getting the same result? And before you expect a change in someone else, are you willing to make a better change for yourself? And the day that you start making a better change for yourself, you'll create different boundaries where you won't allow other things around you, right? Because we pour from an empty cup and then we're upset that our cup is empty. Well, you're not supposed to pour from your cup because it's your cup. What you're supposed to do is allow people to catch the overflow. Because at one point in time, weren't you playing semi-pro football, women's football? You were performing on stage, which actually shows that you are able to shine for yourself. You don't need someone else to help you shine. You already have what it takes to shine. So I beg of you to continue being the best version of yourself and continue being a better example for your loved one, for your baby. So that way your baby understands what greatness looks like because she can see it when she sees mommy.
Right. Yeah. It's a he. It's a he.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. Apologize.
Yeah. So I, just trying to get in the mind of Krishan as to why she would go to court, knowing that she has a warrant. The only thing that I can logically think that she would say, okay, let me figure out if I do go to court and get arrested, will I be able to make bail? That's the only thing. Like if she knew for a fact that she can make bail and she'll be able to bail herself out, but she want to go and support her man, to me, that's still kind of, I wouldn't do it still, but that's the only logical thing that I can think of. What y'all think?
You know what it kind of reminds me of? No disrespect to nobody's relationship, because I done been through my mess and I done been through my drama. But it kind of reminds me of Remy and Papoose. Papoose did all that waiting, all that time, praising his queen, being a man, holding his woman down, because black men don't cheat, but holding his woman down, you know what I'm saying? For things to go left. And for Papoose to be heartbroken because she started messing with Easy the Block Captain. So I just say we got to have our own self-love. And when you love yourself, you're able to walk away from things that don't love you back because you love you.
Yeah. And even if she is able to make bail, does CPS care about if she makes bail? You can still get your baby taken away. Like you just went to jail. So I just think she just really needs to think about her actions, which she knows doing that is not going to get her anywhere. But also she's probably like, I'm Krishan Rock. At the end of the day, I'm a celebrity and I can probably get myself out of this. Maybe that's what she's also thinking too. But who knows until something really starts crumbling and stuff. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with different types of streams. We have the Kai streams, we have the AMP house, and then we also have Talil. Now, Talil's a new streamer, and I hope I'm saying his name right because this is my first time really ever seeing him, but he's all popular in the younger world. I mean, we're young too, but we're not, I guess, in that category because I personally did not know nothing about this stream until media outlets. So basically, he's facing backlash because he had Tariq, who is Michael Rainey, from Power. And he was on stream because, you know, these streamers, they have celebrity guests come in like Offset, you know, Nicki Minaj, Kevin Hart. So to get their stream views up and also for promo for the celebrities. So Michael came on his stream. It was a bunch of Talil's family members in the stream. They was just like, you know, on there just looking at the screen. I want to say Chinese Kitty was there too. I really don't even know who Chinese Kitty is, but she's also a celebrity. And Talil's sister came in, got all close on like Michael's face, like in his face, and literally you could see her like grab his crotch, like on stream. Like it just was crazy to me. But before that, she was talking about let me get a banana so she can like, I guess like suck on a banana. Like she was doing different stuff on the stream. She even when she first saw Michael on the stream, she hugged him so hard, like she fainted, and they ended up like laying on the bed. And he's like, oh, well, like get up, like don't faint. But you could tell he was uncomfortable. And then you could tell there was a friend who peeped it too. Talil didn't peep it. Like he didn't see nothing that was going on. He was worried about the chat in the stream. And then they were also talking to the little girls because she did that in front of like little girls on the stream as well. But they didn't see it. So Michael made contact with the friend who was standing like behind the computer screen. He was like, bruh, like, did you see that? And like, they didn't really know how to react because, you know what I'm saying? Like in that, like sometimes when stuff happens, you don't know how to react, but he did. You could tell he was like, yo, that wasn't cool. But they was like, wait, we got to say something. They didn't cut the stream off because they weren't in a stream, but you could tell that they were going to address it later. And they did make statements. So Talil basically said, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable, and I'm truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken back by what she's done. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar issues and have banned her from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of assault. Michael said, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. The fact is, sexual assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves.
That's crazy.
What'd you guys think when you saw the video?
So when I saw the video, I was like, first of all, it was a lot going on. You had little kids that looked like they were still in elementary school. I'm talking about like early elementary, like either right out of pre-K to first grade, second, no more than second grade that was present. Then you had Talil's sister just come out of nowhere and start touching on this boy. Now, if he would have defended himself and like pushed her out the way, he would have had got sexual assault or whatever. It would have been flipped. Let's call a spade a spade. If he would have addressed it right then and there, a lot of people would have been on his side, but a lot of people would have been like, oh, you gay or you a B or da-da-da, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like all that type of stuff. And my thing is, why when sexual assault or domestic violence happen to a guy, it's either funny or you sweep it under the rug. I don't like that. And I like the fact that Talil took, his name is Talil, right?
I think so, Talil. If that's not your name, we apologize, but I want to say that is his name. Yeah.
So I like the fact that he took full responsibility of what happened. I like the fact that he made sure that his sister understand, like, you cannot do this. It's not cute. And whatever direction Michael want to go is where he want to go. And I'm not going to stop him from doing that because you were dead wrong. So I love the fact that he held her accountable for her actions. You know, I love that. And one thing about Michael's press release, you know, it's a lot in there that he touched bases on. And one of them is when he said that if the roles were reversed, it would be, it definitely would have been different. You know, I think they would have called him touching her faster than they called her touching him.
Oh, he would have been canceled in a heartbeat. Power would be canceled. Like
Exactly. And Talil was looking at the comments. So that mean to tell me that nobody that was watching the stream said anything about her touching him, right?
Yeah.
But because I feel like if they did and he was watching the comments, he would have stopped and told him, hey, what's going on over here? You know what I mean? But if the roles were reversed, like Michael said, if he was the one doing the touching, you know how many comments would have been in there? Oh, this is what y'all doing? Y'all touching on women on streams? I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm glad that, that Michael stood up for himself and was like, nah, sexual assault is not okay, whether you're male, female, it doesn't matter, right? But then, 50 Cent came out with a statement too.
Oh,
50 Cent. Yeah, 50 Cent. And what I'm about to say is not verbatim, but it's, in the same thing. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he basically said, oh, Michael's okay. We're not going to press charges. Move along. What? Come on now, 50. I've been rocking with you now. I've been rocking with you. And you've been saying stuff about the whole Cassie and Diddy situation, about the sexual assault and all this and all that. And you was going hard for Cassie. But this is your teammate. You brought him on your team. And you mean to tell me that on live streaming service where he was sexually assaulted, that you gonna just sweep that under the rug? Are you rocking with sexual assault? Or are you not rocking with sexual assault? We can't have selective outrage, sir. And I love you, 50, but at the same time, you was dead wrong for that comment. That's all I have to say.
I'll say this. One, you have to be careful when you're doing business and who you allow around your business, because he was already being successful with his streams. But the fact that you allowed your family to be around when you had a celebrity there, what could go left did go left. And that could definitely hurt everything that you've been building when it came to your stream, because now people might not want to rock with you no more. So that one moment could change everything. But what I do like about that one moment is that you did take ownership. You did say it was wrong. And you did want to hold your sister accountable, because sometimes people will try to beg and cry to get out of that situation, but you understood the magnitude of the situation. So for you to take ownership, salute. Two, it's very hard sometimes for men to come out with sexual assault. And the reason why is just the opposite reason when it comes to women. Because you're a man, how could you let that happen to you? You must be a B, right? You get called out your name, your masculinity is challenged. And when you go report it, being a man having to report that, bro, it messes with you mentally. How do I know? Been through it. Been through that whole situation and had to file the report. And filing the report, you question yourself, you question your manhood, you question, just like women, will they believe me? You know what I mean? Because in this type of society, we only see sexual assault one way. And like my good sis said, people don't point out or have the same type of energy when it comes to a woman being sexually assaulted and a man being sexually assaulted. I.e., look at Terry Crews' situation. When Terry Crews was at a party and someone came up and grabbed his stuff, right? It was hard for him to come out, even though Terry Crews is one of the big dudes, you know what I'm saying? In shape, everything. But because of the position that he was in, he didn't come out until the rest of the Me Too movement started moving forward. So I commend Michael for standing up for himself. I even appreciate the professionalism in how he wrote his statement, because he touched on so many powerful points that need to be talked about, so that way we can have prevention. Because yes, bro, if you did that, they would have made a meme out of it. You would have been canceled, your career, everything would have been on the line. Matter of fact, you possibly wouldn't have got certain jobs anymore. You probably wouldn't have been able to get into other opportunities like Marvel and all these other things once that's on your name. Because once your name is stained, it sticks with you. Even though people say, hey, we let things go. That's cap. Look at Kevin Hart when Kevin Hart did the award show. He had made one comment in the old set or whatever else, and then when he was supposed to host the award show, they brought up the comment that he made about the LGBT community. So things can haunt you from your past. So I'm glad that you addressed it in such a professional way. Bro, you don't have to rush to give nobody the answer. Take your time for your process. And however you choose to move forward, just know there are other men and women out here who support you in that. And, you know, however you need to heal, meditate, pray, get some coaching, some counseling, whatever you need to do in that, bro, don't be ashamed. Do what you have to do to be able to move forward in that situation.
Yeah.
Right. And 50, yo, I'm disappointed in your statement, yo. You could have did better.
And sis, this is a lesson to you. You know, to what was it, to Leo's sister. This is a lesson to you, right? So moving forward in your future, so that way, if you're around different celebrities, if you're around different people, you know how to conduct yourself because you have enough respect for you. Because how would you feel if someone walked up and did that to you? Let's just say you were out and about at the store, at the club, wherever you go, and someone walked up and did that to you. How would you feel? Of course, violated. So what gave you the right mind to say, hey, I'm going to do this. It's going to be funny. It's going to be cute. No, it's a violation, sis. The same way you will feel violated is the same way you can violate someone else. So hopefully you learn your lesson in this in the future and you change your behavior.
Yes, yes. Well, our next topic is with Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith, I'm starting to feel very indifferent about your rants. I used to like listening to your rants. Now, this is like the second eyebrow raise I gave after the whole WNBA thing that just happened. So basically, you know, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they doing their Bad Boys thing, Bad Boys 4, Bad Boys for Life. They lit, they doing their premieres. It's up 104 million box office sales. I mean, they going up. And Stephen A. Smith came on his platform and said Will Smith needs to give the people an explanation about him slapping Chris Rock. Now, I feel like Will has spoke on it. He has did a sit down. Maybe it's not what everybody wanted to hear from him, but I also feel like that is bad press, especially for Bad Boys, because it has nothing to do with Bad Boys right now. If Will wants to do it, he either needs to do it after Bad Boys or, you know, he had an ample amount of time, but I mean, it's basically over now. Like, I don't think anybody's really talking about the whole slapping. Like, people got over it. People get, you know, unfortunately it happens. People get slapped every day. But, you know, I don't think that would have been good press for them for Bad Boys. I'm glad he's not talking about it because we can see what, you know, bad press can do for movie ratings.
I got you. So, Stephen A., bro, I get where you're coming from, right? I get where you're coming from because of how embarrassing the moment was for Chris Rock and the Smith family. I know Tony Rock is still talking about the situation, but at the end of the day, that's still something personal. Will doesn't owe us an apology. He owes the Rock family an apology. He owes Chris an apology. He owes Tony a sit down to talk about that. And who's to say that they've had it or they haven't had it? It would be nice for Will Smith to apologize the way he publicly disrespected that man. But let's say he does apologize publicly, right? Now what? Now what, Stephen A.? What did that actually do? How did that actually move the needle? But if in private, they were able to settle that because guess what? Chris might actually owe Will an apology for how he's been talking about Jada this whole time too. So if two men can come to an agreement in private, everything ain't got to be public. Everything isn't for the public. So I understand your point. I get your reference about why you want him to apologize in public because the disrespect was publicly done. But at the end of the day, the only person that needs to be satisfied in this situation is Chris Rock and the Rock family.
Right.
I think that's how that should be addressed. Everything ain't got to be done in public for everyone to be satisfied because who am I trying to please? Am I trying to please you for defending my wife or defending what I think needed to be defended? Or am I saying that I stood 10 toes on business? This is what I did for my actions. And as a man, I'm going to come talk to you. Hey, Chris, this is what I felt. This is what I thought. And this is why I did what I did. But as a man in that moment, I was wrong. I had no right to put my hands on you. But at the same time, please leave my wife's name out your mouth. And as long as we can come to this mutual agreement, let's go ahead and continue getting this money together. Let's continue being successful Black men. Let's continue setting an example for all the people in the future. And that's how we're going to move forward. That's my take. What do you think, Sarina?
So, I always have little props or whatever. It's my little. So, Stephen A. Okay, let's get it on and popping. When are you going to apologize to the WNBA for not speaking up on them for the past couple times when you had your show? But all of a sudden, you want to talk about them now. So how about you apologize to them first?
Ooh. Okay.
So once you give the WNBA and Angel Reese a proper apology, don't ask nobody else to publicly apologize for defending their wife.
So if Stephen ain't willing to apologize, then Will ain't got to apologize. What you saying? We'll talk.
At the end of the day, Will Smith had already, talked about what happened, what built up. He talked about, how he's been disrespected in the industry. We've all seen people disrespect Will publicly. You understand? Will have never said anything. They disrespect his family, his kids, his wife. Have he retaliated? No.
Yeah.
So if you keep poking the bear, do you think that bear is just going to keep moseying along like he Yogi or something? No. He's going to chop your head off if you keep poking the bear. So guess what? Will had built up aggression. You understand? Yes, he was laughing off what happened, what Chris Rock said at first, because you know what? Naturally, that's what you have to do when the camera's in your face. Just like when I was at the roast of Tom Brady. Some of that junk wasn't funny, but guess what? We still had to laugh because the camera was right there on our face, right?
Yeah.
But when he
even Tom got up and said something, when he made the crab joke. Remember that? Tom whispered in his ear.
When Will Smith saw his wife's face, he know his wife. We don't know his wife. He know his wife inside out. He know how she look when she's discomfort. He know how she looks when she feel disrespected. Those are verbal, nonverbal communication. So he probably saw something in his wife that we don't even know about through nonverbal communication because he know his wife. We don't know, Jada.
Good.
We don't even know if she didn't even want to come there. We don't know if she cried because she didn't want to come there because she knew Chris was going to say some stuff about her.
Right.
Right? So when he felt like, I'm going to have to do what I have to do to defend not only my wife, but my family, because y'all been talking S about me. He felt like he did what was right.
Hey, I got a question. Y'all think the slap was real? Do y'all think it was staged?
I do not think it was staged. I think it was real. I mean, I do think that because of the history with Chris Rock and Will Smith and Jada, he probably should not have said any jokes about that family, just to read the room. But like Sarina said, if you keep on poking the bear is going to,
I get that.
Yeah,
but I think that genuinely, he really slapped. Chris Rock was in shock. Like his face was like, "Oh my gosh, I just got slapped by Will Smith on national television."
Right, because he saw him come. He's like, "Oh, there go Richard," and so we all start laughing. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So whatever. And then if you go back and really look at the slap and how Will mapped him. And if you really look at Chris' face, that was not a fake slap. That was like, dang, this dude really slapped me.
I'll be wondering. Right? I ain't gonna lie.
But why would? But if it was fake, I don't think Will would have been in that much jeopardy with his. He wasn't in jeopardy that much with his career, but he definitely lost. People definitely were upset.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
I get it, but that's not the first time that's happened, right? Because if you go back in history, that same slap, that same action is on replay. They have it side by side where I forgot the other talent who went on stage and slapped the host. So that wasn't the first time that this has happened in history. Oscar history.
Did they have beef with each other personally, though?
I don't know, because I didn't really know the actors like that.
Oh, okay.
It's something that happened in history. So it just kind of looked, when they did the side by side, when it happened in history, and when Will did it, it looked almost the same. So I'm like, dang, are they doing a reenactment? They have the little reenactment shows or whatever else on Lifetime. I'm like, is this a reenactment? Is this real? Did this really happen? Whether it happened or not,
Well,
it's still between them.
let me just say this. I'd rather for my man to slap fire out somebody for trying me instead of my man feeling like he got pumped. Right? Now, I will say Will should have waited till they got backstage and slapped fire out of him.
Thank you. I mean, y'all want somebody to go to jail.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The after he gave his Richard speech because I mean, literally, it like I feel like it ruined the moment of him getting the Oscar.
Well, not his moment, but I think it stole moments from everyone else who wind up receiving awards because all we talked about was the slap. We didn't talk about everyone else's accomplishment and the things that they have also done, including Will, because of his work and his lifetime body of work and all the things that he's done, you know, in the industries. I think the slap overrode everything else when it came to everyone else's accomplishment.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, like I said, when I say I'm looking for a protector, I'm looking for somebody that's going to protect me, right? And that's in all aspects. You ain't got to go around slapping people every, you know, whatever. But, you know, if it gets there.
Yeah, you got to defend. You got to, I mean, as a man, you are a protector.
Somebody that know how to throw hands. Because, you feel me?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I need somebody that know how to throw hands because when he starts throwing hands, I'm going to throw little punches too. You feel me?
Oh, Lord. Listen, hey, fellas, make sure you take notes right now. Sarina likes men that take long walks on the beach with the Lord. If you have hands, she would consider talking to you and dating you. Make sure that you're willing to get a gift on Valentine's Day. That way you stay out of trouble.
That part. Tell him, King.
Have your stuff together.
Yep, have your stuff together. And with that being said, we're going to take a quick break and give a shout out to our proud sponsors, 24/7 Live Culture. And we are back from commercial break, and we have some exciting news about our very own Miss Sarina Renee. She is the top 15. Actually, she at the number 9 spot, but we need to get her to the number 1 spot. Tell them how they can vote for Sarina so she can win the Food Network's Top Chef with Miss Carla.
Well, make sure you tune in and follow Sarina. Go ahead and take advantage of your free vote. It's just a couple of links in the bio. You can go to the bio, check the link. Make sure you take a free vote. If you would like to donate, you can vote more than one time. We will not hold you accountable for how many times you vote, but we appreciate your vote. So now you're not just seeing Sarina on the podcast, but you're also seeing her on the Food Network with your favorite chef, chilling with Carla. And she has a brand new seasoning coming out. So if you don't know how to cook and you need some real seasoning to put a little flavor on your chicken and you're not out there cooking with mayonnaise and raisins, make sure you tune into Sarina and buy her seasoning. Make sure you vote right now. That's right. This has been brought to you by 24/7 Live Culture Minute, and I'm one of your hosts, King Jaquel Martin. That is Gentel, and you make sure that you vote for Sarina.
Yes. Vote.
The link is in my bio on my social media. You can follow it. Follow me on Instagram at Sarina, SARINA_813. The link is in my bio. Help me get to the number 1 spot, and let's represent.
Look, don't be asking God to bless y'all if y'all don't want to bless nobody else, and go vote. Go vote.
And amen. So y'all, Diddy back in headlines once again. I really don't think these headlines are going to go away. We're probably going to hear about more Diddy stuff as the months go by. But
no Diddy.
As you know, he was he donated a scholarship to Howard University that ranged in the millions. And he also has a honorary doctor's degree from Howard University. Howard University came out with a statement basically saying they do not condone what Diddy has represented, and they are going to take his honorary degree away along with his scholarship fund. But get this, The scholarship fund was never even funded. So I'm trying to figure out, how did they even accept his scholarship fund with no money? And it's been years. Like, that just baffled me. It makes no sense. Like, make it make sense. Like, you guys are over here taking photo ops, like, ooh, just donated $1 million to Howard University. But where's the mill? So, I mean, even if they take the scholarship fund, it's not going to even hurt any students because nobody ever received it.
It's a cold game, y'all. Sometimes you have to remove yourself from certain situations so that way it's not a black eye on you. Sometimes you'll cover up for a certain situation just for marketing. If I could use your name to hype up my college, then I will do whatever I need to do to continue getting an enlistment, because more enrollment means more money for the school. More money for the school means more money for my pocket. So yeah, we might have faked 1.5 million, but based off of using your name, do you know we made billions? Do you know we've made money off your kids coming here because of the hype of the diddler? So guess what? Marketing is marketing. And now if I have to detach myself so things don't fall back on me, because you don't know who's on those tapes. You don't know who's a part of those tapes. So let me go ahead and clean house, say I have nothing to do with it. I back away from it. But it makes no sense to have a scholarship fund with no money. Unsolved Mysteries, exclusive, right here on 24/7 Live Culture. Documentary coming soon.
Yo, Diddy about to have so many documentaries. He already got the downfall of Diddy. Now you got the downfall of the HBCU, aka Diddy University, right? Come on now. Come on now. Black people, what is wrong with y'all, man? Y'all be so gung-ho for these celebrities, dog. Just so you can say, oh, this person was in my school. And if I'm not mistaken, Howard University, y'all was doing y'all students wrong because they didn't have the proper places to stay. Some of the pipe work was going on, busting and all type of stuff. Like, come on now.
Not just Howard. We could bring up Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders was talking about Jacksonville State when he was there. Like, where's the money going?
Yeah, it's like HBCUs, including my alma mater. Unfortunately, it's just, we have to do better if we want to see ourselves win. We want to say, we want to be on the PWI levels. We want to do this. We want to do that. Then do the right thing when this money comes in. Treat your students correctly. Feel like they are welcomed and have a good place to stay at night, because some of those dorms at these HBCUs are in terrible conditions. They're mold infested, bug infested, and it's more than 10 HBCUs that are like that.
Like, it's crazy. Yep, it's crazy because that a lot of the HBCUs are trying to be like the PWIs, but it's not going to be like the PWIs, because you know why? PWIs are used to money. HBCUs ain't used to money. So when people try to slide you a couple hundred, a couple thousand, a couple million, guess what? You know what to do with it. Let's call a spade a spade. A lot of us didn't grow up their money, so they're not going to know how to properly use it. You understand? So that's why I think that government funding when it comes to HBCUs are cut limited, because of situations like what happens in the dorms. Like you said, bug infested, mold infested, all type of stuff. Are you even feeding these kids? You know what I'm saying? Or are you just saying, oh, we have these bodies in the seat? Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's a lot of people coming from the PWIs going to the HBCUs. I feel like it's going to be a whole different shift, because you know why? It's a money move. And a lot of people are not paying attention that when a lot of people that don't look like us go to our schools, they're about to come over and take over. You feel me? And I think that's what's going to happen, because you guys are not doing the right thing. And with this whole Diddy situation, like King said, oh, you just want to have a sign to say, oh yeah, so Diddy gave us all these millions, but he didn't really give us millions. We're just using it for advertisement so we can get funding to come in. Come on now. And you're not even using the funding the right way.
The unfunded scholarships.
How much funding are they even lying about? Because that's crazy. Like, they really promoted Diddy giving $1 million when it actually happened. I remember seeing it on outlets, and I'm like, dang, y'all keep on giving to these big name HBCUs when there's colleges like my HBCU who actually need the funding because we're in a rocky vote. Go ahead, King.
We all seen Ozarks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wonder who's the accountant? Who's doing the ledger? Who's doing the T account? Who's doing the receipts? Who's doing the approval to cook the books to say it is what it is until now that he's got caught, it ain't what it ain't? How many years have you cooked those books? How many years have you lied about this money? Where has all this allocated money that you claimed that you had gone? Inquiring minds would love to know. And guess what? It's not just HBCUs. We had a big scandal with scholarships at USC. People lying about their children, but because they were rich, they got paid for to get into the schools. It's funny that Cat Williams talked about, hey, 2024, a lot of truths are about to be told. A lot of things are about to be revealed. And this just happens not to just be a Diddy situation. It has to be a HBCU college situation, college funding situation. It's a human situation. Because a lot of BS has been going on for a long time, and we need those slates clean. Because if we're ever going to make a change, it's not about the person, it's about fixing the body at the same time. Because if you just change the face and the body remains the same, the cancer is still there. So I can't wait. There's a new wave coming. Y'all better get ready and position yourselves to be a part of this new wave. I promise you. Biblically, the first shall be last, the last shall be first. I'm done.
Yeah. So I was going to say, I know you mentioned on who's in charge of accounting. Who's to say? This always do this. Who's to say that? Who's to say that he did give $1 million, but he allocated to the president, vice president?
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Like they broke it up. So he probably
they didn't receive any funds, and I feel like if they said that and social media got a hold of it, then Diddy would have came back and been like, "Now, y'all, I know y'all taking my degree away, but like I gave you $1 million."
Right now, Diddy ain't saying too much of nothing. He got enough going
can't
on.
say nothing right now.
He got enough going on. Because why would he snitch on himself about doing some Ozark stuff? Who's to say the colleges ain't been cleaning money? You know what I'm saying? Doing a little bit of money laundering. Who's to say that, like she said, you got the pastor at the church talking about the building fund, but ain't never seen a new doorknob in the church. But the pastor got a brand new whip. You feel me? So, hey, the presidents of the school, they could have been taking these checks. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said we need to check these ledgers. We need to check these T accounts. We need to go get these receipts to see where these funds are allocated to make sure that the students or the taxpayers are getting what they deserve. We need justice. And don't just stop with HBCUs, because you know a lot of things do start with the Black people. But let's go clean house across all schools and let's see what happens then. Let's clean out a lot of dirty laundry and see what happens then, because that wave is coming. It's a new dawn. It's a new day.
Y'all. Besides schools and this money situation, make sure you are safe on the streets, especially in Los Angeles, because there are crazy people. A man literally was shooting up on the street in LA and like killed a father of 4. So make sure you guys are being careful. I don't know what possessed him to do that. Just like a lady literally stabbed a baby at like outside a grocery store, and like she was looking crazy in her court appearance, like smiling in the camera, like whispering. Every time the judge will ask her questions, she would like whisper, like it. I don't know what's wrong with these people. And, you know, mental illness is real, and that's not an excuse for doing these type of heinous crimes. But just be careful of your surroundings, because you just never know what a person can do. Like, make sure if you got headphones in, make sure one of them's out so you can hear them. Make sure it's low enough, you know, if you can hear somebody come up behind you, because that's distasteful and disgusting. And I can't believe like people are so careless to take life like that, like human life. Like if people are just going to, you know, pass away and die, let it be on their own mirror of like life happening. You know what I'm saying? Like they got sick, or, you know, I don't know. We don't want to see people die, but like just to, and it's like take a baby's life or just take somebody's life because you want to shoot down the street.
Yeah. Open fire, standing on the corner, open fire.
Any of us, we live in LA.
Right.
We like it literally could have been any of us.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I work at a club, right? I won't say where, but this guy, when I was doing security, walks up and I'm like, "Hey, you coming in the club?" He's like, "Oh, no, I'm just chilling." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I turn and talk to my friend. And he was like, "Yo, what the heck are you doing? Do you know, Gentel, that this man had lighter fluid in his pants and started pouring lighter fluid all over the ground?" We chased him. He ran to a bike, poured lighter fluid over someone's bike, got on his bike that he rode up on like Debo, and rode off to some, "I'm a rocket man," or lighter fluid man, whatever. All it would have took was somebody to walk by, smoke a cigarette, flick it, and they would have blew up everything right there on the street. You feel me? Because there's cars parked there. So we came out, we doused the sidewalk with a whole bunch of water to keep everybody safe. But literally crazy situations can happen at any time. So it's very important to be alert. It's very important not to take life for granted. And at the same time, I just always wanted to know the root, because I could talk about the end result and what he did, but I just kind of, mental health is so real, bro. And that's why getting your loved ones the help that they need or checking on people is so important. So that way we can decrease, we'll never stop, but we can decrease these situations from happening.
Yeah, when I saw the video of the guy shooting at cars, this joker emptied the clip.
Yeah.
Reloaded the clip.
Yep.
And you.
Yeah.
I don't have mental health. You're just crazy.
Yeah.
You're plump crazy. And I feel like just by watching, because I watched it multiple times because I wanted to grab what is really going on. And I was like, maybe he's one of those guys that sit at home all freaking day on the game. The ones that's
don't come for my Xbox and PlayStation.
But it's not every. I'm just saying, like, I'm not
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm teasing.
A lot of these people have nothing to live for, so they take their anger out on these games, and then they build up anticipation, just like the guy. What was that in Buffalo, New York? He was on a game. Then he said, "I'm gonna go kill some N-words" in his manifesto. After he finished shooting up people on the game and went to the store and was shooting up Black folks.
Yeah.
Right? So you have people that really think that this stuff is reality and they use it as a practice. So when they go into the real world, they be like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to go out there and just shoot people. I really feel like he was one of those guys. Based on what I seen, because I kept watching it over and over again, because I wanted to analyze, what is this dude thinking?
Yeah.
He was very well aware of what he was doing because he emptied a clip, put the clip back in, another clip, and he aimed. And it wasn't like an aim to where it's a rookie. No, he held that gun like he was a professional. Do you feel what I'm saying?
He did.
So he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then you killed a father of 4 before Father's Day? Yo. And I don't even know, is this dude still living?
I don't know.
Because I feel like our law should be in place. How you kill somebody is how you should be penalized.
Sheesh.
Ain't no G's. That's just like, if you big and bad to pick up a gun and kill somebody, you should be brave enough to take the same bullet the same way you took somebody else's life. And that, to me, that's facts. And that's 100, right? So that's just like with the cops that's killing innocent Black people, right? Whether they're killing innocent Black people or people in general that don't have a gun or is defenseless, right? However you killed that man unjustly, you should be penalized the same way.
Yeah.
And I feel
that should deserve a death penalty. What he did, death penalty. Off what?
Y'all on eye for eye swag.
Absolutely.
I feel like if you take anybody's life, honestly, it should be a death penalty unless it's defense, unless it's like self-defense. Like you are taking a person's life. Like I literally watched Under the Bridge on Hulu. It's about these kids and they basically bully a girl and kill her. And only really 2 people are involved in the actual murder, but a couple of the other friends like helped beat up the girl. And at the end, they gave the girl only 5 years because she was so young. And I'm like, she literally killed a girl and like had basically no remorse. Like I felt like she should have got more than 5 years, and I think she eventually did. But just to see her get 5 years was crazy to me. Like 5 years.
Yeah.
I think that people are not as crazy as you think they are. And when harsher penalties of their actions start being enforced, that's when that crazy S is going to get sent out. I'm trying to not say certain words, but That's when all that stuff was thrown out. You ain't gonna have to worry about no psych wards. You ain't gonna have to worry about putting people on pills because they're gonna be afraid that if I do this to this person, if I hang this person and I'm gonna get hung, if I shoot a black man in his back that's unarmed, and they're gonna tell me to turn around and shoot me execution style. Huh? You think people will change?
So it will definitely slow down before they actually have those type of actions. So I understand where you're definitely going with that for sure.
Let's get it.
Because I'm like,
yeah.
When was the last time you seen a black cop shoot a white kid and say he feared for his life? Or shoot a white man or shoot a white woman? It doesn't happen, right? Because he knows there are different consequences. The same way you could see certain white people storm the White House, but if black people would have did the same thing,
absolutely, yeah.
White people take over a building with guns, but if black people are all just standing together, we're a gang. So the people that took over a federal building with guns were,
Patriot.
They're patriot.
They're patriots. That's what they're.
A patriot, and if black people are just standing chilling, they're a gang. Make it make sense. So you could take over a whole building that's not yours, have guns, and it's patriotism. But if we're just congregating and chilling, we're a gang. Come on, America. That black highlight is something real that has to be addressed. But human condition does too, just as well.
Yeah. And just like that one person that was on the highway, it was a homeless person on rocks.
It's like fell in the middle of the road, and he could have died.
He could have died. So other countries, they chopping people's heads off. They stoning you. So guess what? If that man would have died, I feel like we should have thrown some rocks at his behind. They wouldn't have liked me in the biblical days. I'm sorry. Especially
allegedly.
Especially on a panel, on a political panel. Oh, you want to throw rocks at people? Okay. Let's get it.
You bleach butch body bad.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic right there. But this is our last topic for the day, y'all. And I'm gonna lighten up the mood a little bit. It's about men birth control that is possibly coming out. They've been experimenting with it since 2005. It's a gel that men can rub on their shoulder. Where are you going, Kane?
Come back.
Put no gel on me.
Come back.
Because this is for you. You sit down. Come on.
Go ahead. Continue. He can hear you.
Well, anyway, it's a birth control you rub on your shoulders, and it takes the same effect as like women. So they've been testing it out on couples, and it should
on my shoulders, and it's gonna stop you from getting pregnant. Sounds like COVID. You're not putting no gel on me. We're not gelling.
How you know it's gonna be gel? What if she be like, "You've been working so hard, babe. Let me just get it."
Hell no. I don't want your massage. Use a Theragun.
And you know how sometimes when women, if they miss their birth control and they have sex, they can possibly get pregnant. Well, if men miss their gel dose, it takes, it has more of an effect to not get pregnant. Like it wears off a little bit, like hard, if that makes sense.
Do you want more kids, King?
Fellas.
Do you want more kids?
Blink twice for help. Don't do it.
Do you want more kids?
If the Lord bless me with them, I'll take them. Don't do it, jealous. Don't do it, fellas.
No, because let me tell you something. Y'all always have something to say about women's bodies, but when y'all have something coming out to control y'all recklessness.
Hold on, it takes two.
So the side effects are dry or oily skin, increased or decreased libido, hair growth or loss, and mood swings. Now, I haven't.
They gonna jail y'all. Y'all gonna fuck around me like this. Don't let them drill you if you got dreads.
Wait.
Your dreads gonna be gone, bro. You gonna look like this, bro. Don't get jailed. I didn't know it was in jail. That's how they got me back in the day. That's why I'm bald right now.
So what if you ain't got no hair?
Woo.
Well, do you want to lose your libido?
Hell no. My libido work great. I'm good. Look at Jesus. Thank you, God.
And you'll have mood swings. So I don't know if men have mood swings, but
listen, y'all, men, you get jailed, you're gonna have a period. I'm telling you right now. You're gonna have to get some tampons. You're gonna have to get some wings for your boxers. Don't get jailed.
Really?
Oh God! Don't do it, fellas.
King, you ain't gonna
Well,
have no
if you
eyebrows.
do decide to use the gel, they did say when you stop, eventually, once you stop, you can have babies still.
Hey, don't do it, fellas.
They gonna have y'all right.
They gonna come up with men playing bees too. Don't do it.
They gonna have
Y'all know we won't go.
look, King, they gonna have y'all around here looking like naked mole rats. Y'all ain't gonna have no hair.
Bruh,
They gonna
they're contaminating the food. Now they want to contaminate sex. Don't do it. No.
do birth controls have the same type of side effects?
No.
Do they
Birth-
have the libido side effect?
No, because they give you increased estrogen. It also sometimes it can give you blood clots. So I do know that.
Fuck around and get pregnant with the gel. You're gonna carry for 12 months.
Look, y'all can either be a part of the study, reach out to the people who's doing the gel. You can be a part of the study, or you don't have to have the gel. Just make sure you use protection if you're not ready to.
Listen, actually, this is what you do. You use a Jimmy and pull out with the Jimmy on. That way you got double protection.
So yeah, this has been a great episode of Culture Minute. It's been some hot, spicy topics. Make sure you don't take the gel or you're gonna look like King. I am Gentel Sharrie.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if you don't want to walk around looking like a thumb.
Oh, dang, Gentel.
Hey, nigga, you're gonna be 13 and bald headed. Your baby ain't gonna be able to grow no hair.
Dang, look, King done got the side effects. He ain't even tried yet.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get dandruff in your beard. Don't do it.
Wow, the shade. On that note, I'm Sarina Renee.
Oh, I'm King with the gel.
And make sure y'all vote for Sarina so she can make that #1 spot on the Food Network. Let's go.
Vote for the queen.
Let's go. Thank you guys so much. I love you.
Don't do it.
And a quick thing before we end this, do we need to make any type of video? We good to end the recording?
Oh, I thought we made our videos, personal videos. I thought we did that.
We did. I'm just making sure.
Unless you want to say thank you guys as like say for instance we already got the money and be like we just want to sit here and say thank you so much for all of our donors.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this video, you already know we are headed to Essence Fest, and it's because of your generous donation. We want to say thank you from the 24/7 Culture Minute team. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Without your donations, we would not have been able to attend Essence for 2024. This is a huge opportunity, not only for our brand, but for our culture. And because of donors like you, we were able to go ahead and move 100% forward with this opportunity. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nah, real talk. Now, we appreciate the love. We appreciate y'all supporting us. We appreciate y'all following us, liking, subscribing, leaving comments. We appreciate every donation, no matter what the amount was. We're so grateful. And we appreciate y'all turning up with us at the Essence Festival. You feel me? Because trust me, after the Essence Festival, it only goes up. It's about to get crazy. So appreciate y'all being on this journey with us. You know what I'm saying? 24/7 live culture minute, all that stuff. Gentel, Sarina. I'm lucky to be with these two queens. You feel me? That part. Don't do the jail.
We out.